Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Legacy of the Rimlen, the fifth one in a row-ish, where the players have been stuck in the same 10 meters square space, something like that. Anyway, last time, stuff happened, more so than the previous time. Before we get into that, let's, as usual, have our players introduce themselves and their characters. Dice say that we're going strict alphabetical order today, meaning that Dely ought to go first and introduce themselves and their character. Could you please go ahead, Dely?
Of course I can. Hello everyone, I'm Dely.
Oh god, you're loud.
Oh.
I measured your, set up your volume earlier when you were just talking, but now you started yelling.
That's my bad. That might also be my compressor. Let me see if I can...
No, you're good. I adjusted it on my end. Continue talking, please.
Okay, no problem. Hello everyone, I'm Dely. As usual, I'm playing as Muninn, the Traveling Scholar. Recently been made Oracle of Acesius, and I think Muninn is going to be a little bit... Muninn's feeling a little bit claustrophobic, I think, from the last couple of episodes, but especially this one, because there's going to be a little bit more murder. I hope.
You hope.
Yeah, just not us.
Why claustrophobic?
Small. Well, probably not a small room, but indoors.
There's lots of people in it, I guess.
Yeah. Lots of people indoors. People, that sort of stuff. I get.
To be fair, one thing I forgot to describe last episode, I guess, even though these soldiers are swarming you, they're still kind of keeping a bit of a distance as much as they can from you because you stinky.
Amazing.
Anyway.
I don't blame them.
We'll deal with that in more detail when we get to it, I guess. Thank you very, very much, Dely. Then, of course, we would have Milo. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah. Hello, I'm Milo. I play Miroslav, who is still hoping to finish this situation without anyone dying, even though he does not have much hope for that, and also is getting attacked right now.
And someone got shanked in the neck, and Milo's still there hoping, no, can let's give peace a chance. Miroslav,
Miroslav is his hope right now is that it will stop at Piroshka. Because she kind of had it coming, but also we just wanted to get Ribab and get out of here.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm defending myself with a metal plate against someone with a knife.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's going, so far at least, as well as you expect, but probably will get better over time. Anyway, thank you very, very much, Milo. And then we would have Show&Tell. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yes, hi, I'm Show&Tell, and I'll be playing as Anghel, who's a mute peasant boy, and also really loves to fight. I don't know, he feels like he can express himself. Or something, or so it seems, because that's what it always comes down to. He's good at it. What can we do?
I thought, just like that one character in that one anime, but then I remembered, there's lots of characters in lots of anime that follow that trope.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much, Show&Tell. So, what happened last time can pretty much be summed up as, in the aftermath of Anghel punching someone, things got worse and bloodier. But I guess to go into a bit more of a detailed recap, after the punch happened, Acesius got angry via Muninn and told Muninn, okay Muninn, you have two choices. Kill Anghel or kill everyone else at the estate. And Muninn decided, okay, fine, I'm going to kill everyone else at the estate because that's a rational decision to make. And Cassius said that basically he will enforce that choice upon Muninn. As in, whatever Munin's choice is, Cassius is gonna make sure that it's gonna happen via them. Does that make sense, Deli?
It does.
Then, resuming the time, because we were in anime time for that brief conversation, hitting the play button, not a slow motion button, Piroshka, after being punched, ordered the soldiers to kill the party, leaving Ertuğrul, the commander of the soldiers, a bit flabbergasted, but the soldiers reluctantly started to obey. Anyway, killing fight broke out. Piroshka also yelled out in her native language, which Muninn and Miroslav understood, two things. Get in here, and then she yelled at a servant, get Pohomach here. Then, as the fighting continued, Miroslav untied Always Thirsty and tried to lay low for most of the fight and tried to get everyone to calm down with as much success as you can imagine. Got grazed by a bullet for their trouble and got stabbed by someone. We'll get to whom later for their attempt. And one minor detail, I suppose, while Anghel was fighting Piroshka, he punched her in her side, and when Anghel did, he felt something small, thick, and metallic in there as he punched. We speculated, could it be like the handle of a knife? Could it be something else? But she did not pull it out to use as a weapon, so who knows? I'm sure it won't come up later. Anyway, as the fighting continued, I took detailed notes of the fight, but I'm skimming over them because it's just, okay, fight, detail of the fight. Like, it's not really relevant that Piroshka slipped in the food that Anghel spilled, I think. The end result sort of was, there's a big commotion in the middle of the room. Piroshka is bleeding heavily, but still determined to kill the lot of you. She is down and on the ground in the food pile that Anghel left, as Anghel is trying to, finish the job, though I'm not sure what form that will take. Muninn is being cautiously swarmed by soldiers who are trying to help Piroshka, let's say. Ertuğrul jumped in the fight and attacked Muninn with their sword. And Miroslav and Always Thirsty, while lying low, were once again attacked by this figure that came out from the shadows, whom you all would maybe recognize as the slave that you helped liberate from those two constables that turned out to be Nyctelios in disguise, who was trying to get Illona, I mean. But this one, unlike the previous one, is not pale. They just... what's the word? They seem like a normal person, except they are very silent and anxious looking. They tried to stab Miroslav, who barely defended themselves with a metal plate. And that's more or less where we left off, and more or less where we're going to resume. Now, first things first, as I go and turn on the background music. First things first, Show&Tell, do you remember that last session I asked you a question in DMs?
Yes.
I would ask you the same question. You can just say like a straight out yes or no answer, okay?
Right now?
If you will, please.
No.
Okay, duly noted. So, as we resume with the initiative order, I guess before we do, any thoughts any of you would like to share, either in character or out of character, before we hit the play button once again? Metaphorically, obviously.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Ertuğrul tried stabbing Muninn, right?
Slashing, but yes.
Oh, slashing, yeah.
Same thing, more or less.
Yeah.
Hurting with long pointy
Sword.
metal.
Yep. Very much correct. Very much correct. I mentioned that this long pointy metal isn't particularly suited for this situation, but that's more of a sort of storytelling detail in case Deli or whomever else decides to somehow incorporate it in their defense. Anyway, defenses in terms of game mechanics. Anyway, yeah, that is true. Milo, to answer your question.
Yeah.
Rebob is still on the couch. Ertul told Rebob, stay here.
Yeah. And he's the only other person other than Miroslav who hopes this will calm down.
And always
tries not
thirsty.
to aggravate it more.
And always thirsty, kind of. Well,
I mean,
I guess his hopes are, well, I hope the prince will come out all right out of this, and, well, I hope no innocent people get hurt, but that's a distant second place thought.
yeah.
Okay. Well, anything else before we once again resume the initiative order from anyone?
Can you just repeat, like, you said that I think Anghel punched Piroshka and felt something. Where was it?
In the side. In the side, it was it felt like a metal object, small, relatively thick, so probably not like a knife, probably. And yeah, in one of her like side pockets.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
cool.
it definitely is not armor.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Mhm. Okay. Thanks.
I cannot give you more details at the moment because you rolled a number previously to determine the details, and that's all I could tell you at the time. Okay.
Yeah, I just forgot, the details. So.
Sure. I'm like briefly scanning the recap, the more detailed recap, to see if there's anything worth pointing out. I don't think so, like not especially. It was just fight, but like different manners of fighting.
Yeah, and the soldiers are just coming closer and basically assisting Piroshka.
In terms of game mechanics, yes, and in terms of narrative. So, top of the round. Horse is not here, so we're moving past the horse. Piroshka on her turn. I think she'll still go full attack. Normally she'd go for like the weaker opponent, which in terms of at least muscle would be Muninn. But Muninn is not the closer opponent, so she'll do the less dishonorable thing, so to say, and attack Anghel instead. In terms of how, I think she will try to jump and lunge at Anghel in an attempt to knock Anghel over and sort of be on top of him so that she can choke the life out of him or gouge out his eyes or whatever nasty thing she has in mind. Does that make sense?
Okay. That Anghel just, like, I mean, she lunges, like, I'm trying to, like...
She's on the ground. Almost...
Oh, he's on the ground. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
She is, not necessarily you. So, it, almost cat-like, she jumps in a very clear attempt to topple you over.
Okay, and her hands are, like, the first thing that... are, like, the closest thing that come at him?
Yeah, they would be. But obviously she's moving her whole body, not just her hands.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think what he would, catch or something. So I guess he takes hold of her hands and like just grabs them before she can reach his throat.
Definitely romantic, I guess. But how does that save you from her being on top of you?
Being on top?
Because she once again, she jumps at Anghel. Her hands are not necessarily the most important part. Her whole body weight is, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like I guess he like her whole body weight, like it kind of like accepts it. How do I explain it? I don't know. Like,
okay.
I mean, it's not just holding.
Okay, so you're like counting on sort of your natural strength, so to say, that she won't be able to topple you over like that. And you're just preventing sort of the worst of the damage with, okay. Sounds...
Interesting.
I'm leaning careful with the way we're describing it. Maybe forceful, but more so careful from the way we're describing it. Unless you want to, like, argue it further, of course.
With a lot of force.
Just dropping in the word force does not automatically make it forceful.
Oh, come on.
The same way that someone saying I quickly do it does not automatically make it quick.
I know. But, you know, he's like, first of all, keeping himself like planted. So, you know, against her momentum.
So basically adjusting his stance.
You're not helping. You're leaning more towards careful, Milo, with what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. I just tried to figure out what Show&Tell meant. That was how I understood it.
Okay. You know what? He doesn't only just grab her hands. Like, he actually, like, wrenches them away from him. You know? And the rest of her body along with that, I guess.
You're leaning a bit towards clever.
Does that make sense?
You're leaning a bit towards clever, but sure, I'll give you careful, maybe clever or forceful.
Forceful is I don't know how that's clever. It's just
because
he's not thinking.
You're like redirecting her attack and like taking advantage of her momentum against her. Anyway, doesn't necessarily matter. 7 to a 7 tie, she gets the advantage. Unless obviously you want to contest it somehow.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm not. Like, she has a +1. Are you considering that?
I already incorporated it into the roll. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank God. Okay.
Really outed it.
Because she normally has a forceful of 6, so I rolled a +7 for her this time.
Okay. Okay, so she gets an advantage.
As the way things stand, that's what would happen.
Okay, fine. She can get an advantage.
Her advantage will be called Bloodlust, because Knife Fight doesn't necessarily apply in this situation. As... What's the sort of medium? I guess she wouldn't topple you over, but she'd still sort of land on top of you and, at the very least, disorient you, because there's suddenly a bunch of added weight on top of you, and this added weight is trying to kill me, I guess.
Maybe topples, like, not topple, but, like, you know...
Take some steps back.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Feel free to represent that on the map by clicking and dragging your token if you'd like. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Sure. Now I have to do it. I'm just not sure which direction is she coming from. This is her.
Well, she's here.
This is her?
She's here. Yeah, correct.
Okay, so I guess he's going back.
Bumping into Arturo slightly, I guess.
I guess so.
So I guess he'll take advantage to try to stab you in the back.
Wait, what?
Because you're heading towards him. He was fighting Muninn with a sword. It's his turn now. So...
Oh, he's trying. I was confused. I thought she was doing it. Okay.
She might. You never know, I guess. But yeah, on his turn.
Yeah, but I was like, wait, but her turn is over. She can't do that. Okay.
Wow,
so
he rolled awful. I might
to stab him in the back.
I might re-roll that, but yeah.
So Anghel, like... I guess shifts and kind of like pushes himself, if we can do that, instead of like against the blade.
Well, let me re-describe a little bit what's happening. So, Piroshka lunged at you. She's on top of you, basically, trying to get some sort of way to harm you by, I don't know, gouging your eyes out or whatever. So, by her lunging on you, and obviously I imagine your face is a bit preoccupied. You take a few involuntary steps back towards Ertuğrul, who sees
he tries to
who sees an enemy's approaching, stab.
Right. So before I can do that, I guess Anghel kind of just turns around and pushes Piroshka on top of Ertuğrul.
Sounds like a clever defense.
Damn it! Anghel's not clever.
The way you described it is very clever, I would say.
Like he doesn't think about it. It's not clever. It's just instinct.
Your instincts are on the smarter side. I mean, I don't know.
Damn it. Like he doesn't mean to do it. Like he just kind of turns around, says not to.
Clever doesn't necessarily mean to think something out to like make an elaborate plan. Clever means taking advantage of your environment, basically.
Damn it! Wait. Okay.
You have not rolled yet, so of course you may change your approach if you so desire.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what I can do without it being clever.
Deli and Milo may also offer suggestions if they so like.
My brain is smooth, so I don't know if I have any. But
my brain is trying to figure out what I will do.
Oh yeah,
Each Tuesday.
The two of you are next. Yeah, sorry for interrupting.
That makes sense. Okay, you know what? I don't know, it's kind of stupid, but maybe like Anghel, just I don't know if that's a thing, but can he just like allow the blade to, allow the stab to happen, kind of?
And like push through the damage? Yeah, that would be forceful as a defense.
Let's go. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. I could spend a fate point to reroll, but I think the best case scenario would probably be I just negate your advantage and it's not worth it. So, with the way you described it, the stab does go through, so you are injured, but the injury does not affect you in any way for this combat. You just push through it, but because you got a 3-point difference, I don't know, what's like this cool anime moment, like, I don't know, Naruto grabbing Kabuto's kunai through his hand or something that you do.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
You got it.
Sort of. So what do you do that, nevertheless Anghel does get physically injured, but it's this Giga Chad moment of it doesn't even faze him.
So what are you asking?
Yeah, I'm asking you what happens, basically, to...
Oh, that.
Well,
you said.
Well, I just said the general thing, so you get stabbed. What happens narratively that it doesn't even matter?
It doesn't... Okay.
You're just too cool or whatever.
He gets stabbed, and he just, I guess, steps away from Ertuğrul, and it's kind of like, his knife. Now he doesn't have his knife.
Well, it's a sword.
And he just like...
It's a sword.
It's a sword. Damn. Okay. Like he just walks away, and the sword is now gone.
I think that makes sense that you unintentionally disarm him because your body's just too thick and strong for him to safely take out the sword. You create an advantage with this difference in the roll. Do you have a name for it? You can also, if you'd like, put another charge. Okay, disarmed works if you'd like. You can also put a charge in Righteous Fury or come up with something else, your choice, of course.
Yeah, disarmed would be only relevant to him, right? Righteous Fury is more general. I think I'll go with that then.
Alrighty. What we just said does happen, but I imagine the ouchie makes Anghel a bit angry at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Ertru stares stunned at the complete non-impact that his stab did not inflict upon Anghel, maybe giving Muninn an opening, but we'll see on their turn, because Miroslav will go next.
Yes, Miroslav will actually try to hit the person that tried to stab him with the metal plate, like with the rim of it, onto the no, what's it called? The wrist.
Okay, sounds like a careful attack, I guess.
Sure.
A 5 to a 6. So you fail with that.
I'm thinking if I can use something to give me +2, because that would be enough to do something.
It would deal 1 damage, yes.
Yes. But I don't think that my unthreatening presence... I mean, maybe my unthreatening presence would help, since I
As in he wouldn't be expecting a counterattack, you mean?
expecting me to... Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
So you're using 1 to deal 1 damage to a fellow?
Yes.
Alrighty. This person will take it as their level 1 stress. While I write it down, please let me know if you do anything else on your turn.
I don't think so.
Okay. Then we would have... Well, to briefly describe, you do hit the fellow in the wrist. I guess momentarily... I don't think it's a strong enough hit to make them drop the knife, but probably enough to knock the hand off so that it's not something he can do immediately. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Muninn then, unless of course there's anything left for Miroslav.
I mean, he would probably be like, I don't want to fight. Possibly in Domi, since I think you said that the other person is a Domi as well. Or did I remember wrong?
Debatable. It seems like it, at least.
Okay, then he would just say it in me and remembering words.
Rima?
I should say again. You were present when this fellow sort of showed up, but it turned out to be Nictelios in disguise. You're not aware of that. Last you saw him was, we liberated this pale-looking slave, and now he's here. He doesn't look pale. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, that could also just be because, I don't know,
he was scared or
he
something.
actually gets fed here.
Yeah, Freedom really did him good.
But yeah, he. I'm thinking whether he would probably say it in Rima. I think that is the language everyone speaks, right?
Yes, it would be.
Yeah. Then he would just say it in Rima, like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to escalate this.
Okay. Then, if you had said it in Domi, I would have had you roll flashy to maybe make an impact on the fellow, but Rima wouldn't. So give me a careful to see if you notice something.
2.
seems that combat will continue. That's what I can tell you.
Yeah.
Unless there's anything else, it would be Munin's turn then.
Yep.
Awesome. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I think.
How are
How's
you?
it going?
Yeah, good. I'm gonna take advantage of sorry pronunciations, but Skrull being a bit.
Carry on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was mean of me.
Skrull, being slightly incapacitated, and I think Muninn would like try to. Don't want to be a one-trick pony, but I feel like Muninn would try and break the distance because you said there was a bit, right, or not?
A little
Before.
bit. You can reach the fellow, and he can reach you, but there's a little bit of a distance created by the fact that Anghel almost plunged into him. Almost.
Okay. Yeah. I'd like to break the distance and plunge. I'd like to break the distance and then strike at him with my dagger. Anywhere, it's fine.
I'm leaning forceful, but I guess the way you describe it.
Forceful.
The way you described it, I mean.
Instead of strike, can I say stab or swipe or something? Something that sounds less.
That's not the word I had issue with.
Oh, really? Shit. Which word did you have issue with?
Well, I guess it's kind of that word, but there's barely a difference between stab or whatever. 'Cause this isn't like classic D&D where rogues attack with agility or whatever. You're
Okay.
Stabbing or slashing is still a forceful action usually, unless you want to word it a bit differently. Hint, hint.
I do see what you mean because it's like trying to. I do see where you're coming from. I'm trying to be quick, is what I. So
Maybe you would try to like kind of run in,
yeah,
stab and then run back, something.
Yeah. Or slice or something.
Slice doesn't help, but Show&Tell's explanation does.
Okay, I would like to do what Show&Tell said.
Sure, the way Show&Tell described it, I would see it as a careful attack.
Oh no!
Or quick.
Okay.
I was joking. Careful or quick. I actually was joking. Careful or quick. Your choice.
God, that was cruel.
Yeah. I'd like a quick if I can have a +2 with doing that
because you're using your dagger. Yeah, it would apply.
Okay, epic.
He would defend with his own. He would defend with his own quick, meaning you'd inflict 3 points of damage on him because he got a 4 to your 7.
Okay.
Nice.
Awesome.
He'll take his level 3 stress, but what does the wound or the wounding look like?
It's only a stress, so maybe like a nick or a cut or something.
It is a level 3 stress though.
Yeah, I suppose so. Maybe like some kind of wherever Muninn had struck, there'd be like I feel like a cut or like a wound or something. Stab wound.
Sure, it's not a consequence, but yeah, understood. You do stab the fellow, not anywhere near lethal, but enough to be painful and definitely an inconvenience. Let's say.
Okay.
I'm unintentionally underselling it, but you did good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I don't think I do anything narratively, by the way.
Okay. Out of curiosity, just for like potential narrative context, are your eyes still closed?
Yeah, they are. I was just thinking about that. Maybe like I don't know what I would say, but I really wanted to say something that is like intimidating because it's like, yeah, my eyes are closed and I'm stabbing you. What now? I know where you are.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I would say, so I'm just not going to say anything.
Sure. Silence is golden and all that. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel like that is scary enough.
Yeah, the action itself is.
Thank you, Deli. Then, Rebob. I have trouble thinking of what Rebob would do because obviously he's very split in this situation. And also it's the fact that obviously we have the benefit of multiple sessions and multiple tens of minutes on end of thinking time for each action. But in character, this not even a minute has passed since the first punch was thrown.
Mm-hmm. So it's still
Yeah.
fresh for him. Like it didn't have time to.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, Anghel punched someone, and oh now there's blood flowing and a gunshot and blah. And he's no stranger to conflict, so it's not unusual for him. But would he take a side at this point when it's still looking a bit undecided-ish? Because he does.
I mean, we try to save him. I don't know. Does that mean anything?
Yeah, but on the other side, there's also one of his old pals.
True.
Yeah.
Sure, that's true. At least, I guess what I'm trying to say is that if he picks a side, at least don't pick his side.
I can at least promise you that he will not pick the losing side, whatever that means.
Great.
And more than likely not Yeroshka's.
Probably.
Yeah,
Unless it is the same as et rules, I guess.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, sort of.
So I guess per that I don't think he'd just sit back and do nothing. I guess he'd like get ready, probably check, oh, is my pistol loaded? Do I still have my pistol because I was buried alive and all that? He's...
Does he have his pistol?
I guess the dice will decide on that note. Yes, but it's unloaded, so I guess he'll spend the time loading it and create one charge of the advantage that I just rolled.
Okay.
He'll create the advantage ready for combat. Go figure.
Nice. By the time he's gonna do anything, the combat's gonna be over. Okay.
Yeah, well, better to be safe than
Maybe.
sorry and all that, you know.
Sure.
The first question mark does nothing. And the second question mark, which was revealed to be maybe Timirik, that's the name Nick Telios gave you, but who knows what the actual name is. Anyway, this person's turn. For this turn, I guess for narrative's sake, maybe he doesn't have use of his knife. So I guess he'll try to kick Miroslav sort of under the plate that he's using as a shield. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Let me see. Yeah, that will be a sneaky attack, and he has a higher sneaky. He's been trying with forceful so far. How does Miroslav defend themselves?
So he's trying to kick him like against the leg, or I'm trying to figure out where Timirik is trying to kick.
Kind of at whatever he can. Like he specifically, because you knocked his hand aside with the plate. And so he's aiming under that, whatever that may be, but whether that is your, because you're sort of kneeling down, whether that is your arm or your chest or your side. His main goal is to similarly knock you off balance for a future blow. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Could I try to... So I'm guessing it's going probably against my side.
That's probably the most likely, yes, but whatever is in that general area.
Could I try to basically counter the kick by basically pushing against, striking against it with my arm, like to push the kick away from me?
Sounds forceful or careful as a defense, the way you're describing it?
Sure, I will take careful.
Sure. That is 1 point of damage coming your way.
Yeah, but I already took my level 1 stress.
You did, yes. So are we... Okay, if you're still thinking, okay.
Yeah.
Also, please let me know if the music's alright in, like, terms of volume level.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it seems okay.
Alrighty.
I think I'd take my level 2 stress.
Sure. It's either that or your level 2 consequence, or obviously you spent stuff to get rid of it.
Yeah.
With that, I assume you try to get your arm to sort of redirect the kick, but he sort of pushes through it and hits into you definitely. I don't know if it necessarily knocks you on the ground, but definitely throws you off balance, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. So he would basically just kick me with my arm in between as like a little buffer. So I wouldn't fall over, but I would definitely be off balance.
Sure. Always first he tries to crawl away from you.
This is fair.
For narrative's sake, I mean.
Yeah.
That was his turn. He clearly is getting, like, he's sort of adjusting the knife that you slapped, or the hand that you slapped with the plate to get ready to properly stab you. And you can intuit that that's what he'll do next, obviously, unless something else happens.
I think Miroslav would actually like be a little not angry or annoyed, but like just I don't know what exactly to call the emotion, but like fall back into his domi and just be like, I fucking said I didn't want to fight. Like, not even necessarily directed at him, but more like in a exhausted, loud thinking.
Give me a flashy, please.
Sure.
Can I get also careful to see if you notice something? This fellow's eye twitches momentarily, but he nevertheless seems determined to stab the crap out of you.
Fair.
Alright.
Interesting.
The soldiers on their turn, seeing that their commander is under attack, will instead try to swarm Muninn. So they will no longer assist Piroshka, instead they will assist Ertuğrul.
Ertuğrul. Okay. So they're coming after me.
In terms of narrative, yes, but in terms of game mechanics, they just grant Ertuğrul an assist by basically providing cover for him.
Okay, that's good. Well, it's not good for me, obviously, but it's better than if they were to directly attack me or whatever.
That would mean, just for the sake of it, that these ones, I'm moving them. This one, I guess, maybe slips a bit in the food. But basically, they don't necessarily perceive Miroslav as a threat so much, and basically gives you a bit of breathing room, so to say. Miroslav, I mean.
Yeah.
That was the soldiers. The servants are gone by this point, meaning it is Angel's turn.
Okay. So Anghel still has Piroshka on him, right?
Yep. And Big Ouchie in back.
Big ouchie. Yeah.
But nobody could tell if they didn't see it. You're undaunted.
All right. I'm just trying to imagine him walking around with a knife, with a sword in his back. But okay.
And a mad on his face. Yes.
So what I'm thinking is that he kind of, tilts his weights forward to kind of change. Basically, he's trying to get on top of Piroshka, to kind of push her against the ground.
Okay. If this is an attack, sounds like a careful one.
Push. Okay.
I'm willing to hear more of an argument, but at this point I'm heavily leaning towards careful.
Okay, so maybe not. He's trying to wrench her away from his face, basically.
Yeah, that would be forceful. Is it an attack?
Thank you.
Is it an attack or?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Ugh.
Actually, let me think. Is there a way that you can use? No, there's no real way for her to use her quick. Her quick is better than her forceful, so she will. Her defense is try to hang on, which is forceful. With a 7 to a 5, she does.
What?
Oh my god.
Okay. Then I'm going to use 2 Righteous Fury.
To inflict damage upon her. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She will use a charge of Bloodlust to mitigate that. Kinda has to, because otherwise she's a goner.
Okay, I'm gonna use Bruised.
Yeah, right. Her consequence. There's no real way that she can use Timbirix. The soldiers, I think, will lend her their advantage. With them surrounding you, it's hard to maneuver around, making it once again a tie.
Then I will use my birthday inspiration.
Alrighty. I think I in terms of my almost strategic thinking, it's almost pointless to try to save Piroshka. Maybe. On the other hand, she is. I'm basically debating whether to use fate points or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get you.
I think I will use 1 because she is a very, very stubborn mother effer. So she would dump all her resources into surviving and trying to get the better of you guys. So yeah, I will use a fate point, invoking obviously an aspect that I cannot tell you.
Okay.
Currently a tie.
A tie. Who gets an advantage from that?
You would.
Okay, then I'll leave it at that then.
What's the advantage that you're getting? Righteous Fury?
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you.
You would try to wrench her away. You wouldn't be successful, but you definitely knock her off balance. Like she was getting ready to stab or gouge your eyes or bite or whatever. And you've definitely put her in a position where it's difficult to do that as she's almost hanging on for dear life.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Anything else on your turn?
No.
Would you like Always Thirsty to become involved?
No.
Okay. Top of the round. Show&Tell, I would ask you the same question that I asked you previously.
Mm-hmm. Not yet. Not at the moment.
Okay. I apologize for not providing further context. Okay.
Yeah, I wonder too why it's such a secret, but okay.
Okay. Then, I think top of the round, you will hear a very, very loud voice saying, "What's all this hullabaloo? Who's messing with my food?" As you recognize the voice of the angry chef from before, who will join the fight on the next turn.
Oh my god.
Is that the question mark?
Yep.
Okay. The chef?
Don't underestimate him.
I'm not
Oh,
understanding
yeah.
it. It's just funny to me that he cares that much about his food. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, remember when
That's what he
Piroshka?
did.
Remember when Piroshka said, "Get Bohomach here"?
Yeah, again.
Also,
Yeah, that was her strategy, I see.
I mean, we also, or at least Anghel did, like, see the reaction of the chef to possibly the meat having gone bad or somebody having
Yeah.
brought alcohol.
Yeah, I remember seeing something, but I didn't remember the details. Did he get like super extra about
Didn't
it?
he like cut off the fingers of someone?
Yep,
I'm pretty sure.
Oh
Yeah.
wow,
of
okay,
a,
yeah,
of a
okay,
servant. Yeah.
that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. As you do.
Yeah.
Normal punishment.
Mm-hmm. Moving on, the horse is not here, so it's Piroshka's turn. As, nevertheless, while flailing about, I guess she will try to like randomly scratch at your face, Anghel. Not necessarily aiming for a specific spot or even trying to be particularly harmful, but your face has sensitive points on it, so she is basically making a quick attack against your face. How do you defend yourself?
I'm trying to like just understand how is she holding on to Anghel? Like what is she holding on to?
Probably when she jumped on you, she clamped on you with her legs and probably one hand, I guess.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. Then Anghel, uses one hand to break her fingers.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that can happen. Give me a force roll.
Oh, savage.
And is there anything I can use? I'm not dumping more fate points on her. So yeah, you break her fingers. Doesn't actually inflict in-game damage, but you do that. She
All right.
snarls in pain, probably spits blood in your face if she can.
All right.
God.
Anghel just blinks.
Turu on his turn steps back from Muninn slashing at them, probably draws a secondary blade, a shorter one, and I think will spend his turn trying to create an advantage, basically like assuming a guard stance and all of that. Make sense?
Yes, that does make sense.
And I forgot to add the +1, so in hindsight I will, but with a 6. Does that reach difficulty? I guess it doesn't. So he only gets the one advantage.
Okay. So, to try and prevent him from doing that, I'm gonna. Oh, I don't know what you would do in that situation. I feel like Muninn would like. It just looks that sounds flashy in my head, so maybe not that.
If you want to, like contest his advantage, I'm down for it. Yeah.
Was I not meant to originally? Or like?
He's not attacking. I think he's just making an advantage, right? That's the point.
Yeah, he's stepping back and getting ready, but I think you can narratively, if you can justify it, at least attempt to. And that
it's okay.
That would be the difficulty he'd have to beat, but okay.
No, that's fine. I just I forgot the rules. To be honest, I thought like I had to. Sorry if you can hear that in the background.
No worries.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought I had to contest it, but no, never mind. I'll never mind.
Steps back, assumes a guard stance, more or less ready for anything, but I guess you never know with you lot. Meaning it would be Miroslav's turn.
Yes, Miroslav, since he's kind of like off balance, could he like try to grab Timeric's wrist? Like,
Well,
I don't know.
He kicked you. I don't think. He
Yeah,
can
no.
maybe.
I don't know if he like moved his knife hand away. Probably did.
Did, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, then maybe he would try to like grab the leg
Okay.
just to kind of regain his footing, but
Hmm?
also to kind of like keep Timberic from regaining his footing by, well, standing on both feet.
Hmm? Okay, is this an attack or an advantage?
I think it would more be an advantage
Your choice?
since he's not trying to hurt him in any way. He's just trying to kind of
Well, I don't disagree with you. It's just that
Yeah.
combat in Fate Accelerated doesn't necessarily mean bloodshed.
Yeah, I know. But it's more to create an advantage for himself in the way that he doesn't uh like give Timberic the upper hand
Hmm?
completely.
Sure, sounds clever or careful. I can see either one as the advantage.
I would use clever.
I guess the sort of difficulty will be his own sort of careful roll to see if he anticipates that. Okay?
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah, you create 2 charges on your advantage as you have his leg firmly in place. He cannot move.
Yeah. I. What would I call this advantage?
What indeed?
Um,
You would gain 2 charges on it for context.
Controlled footing, maybe?
Yeah, that works.
Or, yeah, I think that's good.
Miroslav, right? And he does not show any like visible emotional reaction, I will say. He still seems determined to stab at
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make it as hard for him as possible.
Sure. I'm just sort of describing his reaction to what just happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else on your turn, Milo?
No.
Okay. Then unless there's anything else, Muninn, it would be your turn.
Okay, so our troll's trying to come up with this stance. So Muninn would probably try and catch him off guard. And I don't know if this is so he's like stancing up right now. Muninn's like catching him off guard and throwing the like dagger at him. To be like, yeah, you think there's rules to this game? I'm gonna do this. You know?
Sounds like a sneaky attack, yeah.
Okay. I'll do that. That's you.
He'll defend with his careful when he does have I already counted the soldier's assist in the roll, so he does not get an advantage, but he nevertheless probably deflects the blade with his sword.
Okay. That's unfortunate. I think narratively Muninn would do that. They think, fuck, because obviously that wasn't meant to happen.
And that was your one dagger.
Yeah, so Muninn would like rush him, I think narratively. Like they would like race towards him to be like, that wasn't my move all along. That was a distraction. This is the, you know.
Yeah, maybe. I just realized there's a kind of rosy thing I could do to save Piroshka. I'm not gonna do it because it's sort of last minute and I don't know if you guys are aware of it. But technically I could have, if she gets hit again, have one of the soldiers take the hit for her. In terms of game mechanics, I can do that. I'm not gonna because it almost feels like cheating, but Something to
You
keep
can
in
do
mind.
it like how many times can you do that?
However many soldiers there are.
Seriously?
Oh my god.
Okay, that's crazy.
But if that happens, it's basically the soldier jumping in to defend Piroshka instead of Piroshka defending herself. So what that means is the soldiers would roll with their own stats, not with Piroshka's stats, which are much lower.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't mind if you want to do that.
Should I? I'm undecided. I guess we'll see on the context and like if this narrative context allows for that to happen, maybe, and it would
Okay.
maybe make sense for it to happen. Anyway,
No.
anything else on your turn, Muninn?
No, I would just... No, like I said, narratively, I'm going to be rushing towards this guy.
Hmm?
And then that's it.
Bob got and the strategic situation has barely changed at all.
Fair play. Tried and true.
I guess he'll do the same thing and try to boost his advantage, and just fails with that. As things are, maybe the knife Muninn through like almost cartoon style hits flat, like flies by his ear and hits the wall behind him, sort of dazzling him a bit.
So sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, now we have the star of the show.
Well, he joins next round, not this round.
Oh, really? Okay.
Question is, on
Oh, well.
whose side?
Please.
I don't think that's a difficult question. Anyway, so he's not here. Doesn't take his turn yet. Timberik's next. Yeah, I think he'll do what he said he'll do. He'll try to stab. His stats are that. Okay, how does Miroslav defend himself? Probably easily is the answer with that roll.
Trying to basically make him miss by pulling up the leg.
Sounds like a clever defense.
Sure, I take it.
You create an advantage as you knock him off balance and presumably drop him on his feet. Unless, of course, you want something else to happen.
No, I'm just trying to think of a name. I mean, could I just add the advantage to the controlled footing?
Yeah, of course. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Yeah, he's on the ground. With that big of a difference, maybe momentarily drops the knife. Still seems determined to fight, though.
Wait, if... I'm trying to decide if I want... Like, could I try to, like, pick the knife away from him? Or would that be something that I could try next round?
Give me a quick, but it will be more of a narrative thing. Obviously, he has other ways of fighting you. And he will oppose, of course. With a 4 to his 5, no, you cannot. He would grab it first, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. The soldiers. I guess they'll continue trying to support their commander, and I guess per what I described previously, maybe a few of them will approach Anghel in the attempt to grab his arms to like prevent him from harming Piroshka, I guess.
Okay, so it's an attack against Anghel?
No, it's a narrative thing. In terms of game mechanics, they will continue assisting air to roll.
Okay.
Interesting
how that works.
Yeah, it's funny. But also in terms of game mechanics, I'm positioning them to sacrifice themselves if need be.
Okay.
Okay. Servant's not here. Anghel, your turn.
All right, then Anghel, aims at Piroshka, at least as far as he knows. And wait, so what's the deal at this point? She's still clinging to him.
Correct?
So he, I guess he tries to break her other hand.
The one that she's using to cling to you, right?
Yeah.
I guess I don't know if I'm going to do this for the entire rest of the fight, but this is a good experiment in that the soldiers will jump in to defend Piroshka, as in try to hold down your arm so that to prevent you from doing that, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I would still count it as a forceful attack from you, Anghel, but the soldiers will defend in lieu of Piroshka, and they are much weaker than Piroshka, let's just say.
Okay, let's see how this turns out.
You dispatch 2 of them, so pick any of these groups on the map and tell me which one you dispatch and how.
Okay, I guess this one... Wait.
Okay, and how do you dispatch them?
I mean, like, he tries to hold... Like, to hold his hand, right? So he just, like... It's not really forceful enough for him, so he just moves his hand anyway, and the soldier flies, yes.
Okay, very...
And he hits another one on the way.
Or maybe there's 2 of them trying to grab your hand, but you are much stronger than the 2 of them combined.
Okay, so it will be this one then.
Oh, I already deleted the one.
Oh, I thought 2. So.
Well, each token is 2 soldiers.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay.
I mentioned that last time. I should have mentioned it again this time.
Yeah, I forgot. Okay.
Very Asterix and Obelix if you've seen those movies, but very impressive. Oh, you totally.
I can imagine.
You totally should, but either way, very impressive. Yeah, I think stuns almost everyone in the room with this display of supernatural strength. Feel free if you'd like to have them land in very comical and/or deadly positions, like I don't know, maybe on the antlers of like a hunting trophy or whatever.
Oh shit!
Or maybe out a window for the more comical effect. Your choice, if you'd like, anyway.
I think one of them just slams his head against the wall.
In a deadly fashion or a knockout fashion?
No, it doesn't have to be deadly. No.
Okay.
Let's go for now. And the other one kind of trips over him, I guess. Like falls by him, kind of, and then trips over him.
Sure.
That makes sense.
Sure. Everyone watches that stunt. Even Piroshka is momentarily given pause, and Ertuğrul mouths something in caramel that you, Muninn, think is an expletive.
Okay.
Impressive, Anghel. Anything else on your turn?
Oh, it's my turn now?
Well, that you were attacking, yes.
Oh, I forgot. For some reason, I thought it was the soldiers. I forgot. Yeah, it's my turn. So, no, I don't think so.
I think, can I get a flashy from you just to see? The soldiers will continue fighting, but maybe they'll give you a bit of a berth if you roll well enough. So, okay. Actually, then let me roll for the soldiers to oppose. Okay, yeah, you scared them. They will no longer try to save Piroshka's life. They'll try to avoid you for the rest of the fight with that roll.
Fucking A. Well done.
Right.
Yeah. Would you like always Thirsty to do something?
No, you can gape for now.
I imagine. Feel free to correct me if you disagree, but maybe he crawled all the way over here behind Rebob's couch and is like peering from behind it.
Sure.
Sure. and like pumps his fist in the air briefly when Anghel does that, then lowers it so as to not draw attention. Okay. On top of the round, Show&Tell, I would once again ask the question that I previously asked you.
No. I'm feeling bad that I'm saying no every time. I don't know.
I really want to know what it is.
It will be surprisingly mundane once we reveal it, if we ever do. Anyway.
Yeah, it's not anything special. I don't know.
Okay. Top of the round, before anyone has a chance to like do anything, the angry chef of the like kitchen nightmare themselves runs in, wielding a big cleaver that he's ready to use at anyone who has disrespected his food. So he runs in via this entrance and sees this mess going on. Sees Piroshka and Anghel covered in his food and yells, "Oi!" and levels his cleaver at Anghel, I guess, because Piroshka is his boss, so he doesn't dare threaten her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not his turn yet, though.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
He just makes this appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Top of the round. The horse is not here, so we're moving past, meaning that it is Piroshka's turn. She'll do, I guess, something kind of savage and try to bite your face, Anghel. How do you defend yourself? Yes, her mouth is messed up, but you'll try anyway.
You will punch her in the face again, I guess.
Sure, give me a force as a defense. Tie means she gets an advantage.
Fine.
She is definitely bloodlusted. You do prevent damage to your face, but it's quite overwhelming emotionally. I mean, to have this person stuck on you trying to bite you. It's, you know.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see how it would leave some, some trauma behind.
Yeah. That was her turn. Heir to Rule's turn. After he's assumed this sort of battle stance, I guess it... Yeah, Muninn described that they were lounging at Heir to Rule. So Heir to Rule, I guess, would meet the charge and try to stab Muninn as they do so. Let me check what's... Okay, so he rolled a 7 with the assists, not a 6. I forgot to include that in his roll.
Okay.
How do you defend yourself,
So,
Muninn?
I think Muninn was already charging at him, so they would use that momentum because he's charging back to try and
I should clarify. He's not charging at you, rather he's thrusting in sort of the direction he expects you to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. In that case, well, I mean, still the same thing in that case. So Muninn would use their momentum and use the momentum of him to sidestep and then grab his weapon off of him. Okay. Does that make sense? Or
I don't disagree. I'm just asking how, because it's a short sword, so still a sword, and the only safe way to grab it is the handle, unless you're saying you're grabbing the blade.
I was thinking the handle, although that would be pretty fucking metal if Muninn grabbed the blade too.
Very anime, sure.
Yeah.
Definitely will lean more towards forceful though.
Okay. How about for now I just sidestep quickly out the way? Not to use the word quickly, I just mean rather than trying to disarm him, Muninn's using their momentum to sidestep.
Yeah. Per your description, give me a quick, though I can also see maybe careful with the whole using your momentum thing, but I'm leaning quick.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
That's 3 damage coming your way.
Do you know what? That's
Oh,
fine.
no, not
'cause I
free.
don't-
Not free 4, because with the assist, yeah, it's 7. So yeah, 4 damage. My bad.
Ah, damn. Okay. I don't know if I can do anything about that. I mean, I can use a fate point, but I've only got one. So could I do level 2 stress and level 3 stress, please?
No, you cannot. You have
No?
to take a stress and a consequence if it like overflows like that.
Oh, okay.
Or you can
Um,
just take the consequence.
Yeah. I would probably rather take stress and consequence. So would it be 2 and 2?
It would be, yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I would. I don't mind doing that.
Sure. As you misjudge your speed, perhaps, and he is just too firmly planted, so to say, and thrusts right sort of into you, definitely nailing you a bit. I'll call it minor stab wound, the level 2 consequence, 'cause he probably nails you in the shoulder, I guess.
Okay. I'd probably Muninn would let out a grunt of pain, of course. Kind of looking at him impressed at his speed, probably, or at the very least at his accuracy.
Answers with a determined look, as in, he's not letting you go.
Yeah. Muninn would be... Yeah, they would look, like I said, they'd sort of be looking impressed, but they'd also sort of look a little bit more determined. They'd be like, oh, I gotta... if he was looking at Muninn, they'd be looking like, I gotta really step up my game.
As the soldiers also close in around you, narratively.
Yeah.
That was his turn, making it Miroslav's turn. You do, or everyone sees the new arrival in the room, if it wasn't obvious.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Gordon Ramsay.
Miroslav would still keep his focus on Timberic, just because that is like the one person that is like threatening him right now, I guess. Even though he's on the floor right now.
The immediate threat, right.
Yeah, exactly. So Miroslav would try to so he's on the floor. I'm still holding onto his leg.
Sure, yeah.
So maybe Miroslav would like try to also step on his arm, like the knife arm. If that's possible.
Of course
Just
it
to
is.
kind of make him unable to attack.
Yeah, definitely possible. Is this an attack or an advantage?
An attack.
Alrighty. Sounds like a careful or forceful, I guess, the way you're describing it.
Yeah. I'd take careful.
Actually, let me think before... please give me a roll, but I'm thinking of how he defends himself. I think he'd defend himself by trying to like stab the back of your leg as he sees it coming. Like he allows you to like put your leg on his arm so that he may stab the back of it. So it will be a sneaky defense.
Okay.
And yeah, he definitely does so and gets an advantage.
Yeah, he definitely does.
His advantage will be guess another charge on stealthy presence from over here.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, and he has a bunch of them anyway. I'm assuming for narrative's sake, your leg is no longer on his arm unless you enjoy being stabbed.
No, Miroslav would have like yanked his leg away from the knife.
And I should mention, obviously, it's not enough to do any permanent damage.
Yeah, but like it
Yeah, ouchie.
it
yeah.
hurts.
Owie.
Yeah.
Yep. Understandable.
Would he still be able to hold on to the leg though, or would he also let go of the leg?
Oh, give me a forceful.
Okay.
No.
No.
Amazing.
That is a very no.
Very, very much so. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
I think he would just continue and Domi be like, please, I don't want to hurt you and I don't want to fight.
Give me a flashy.
I'm not rolling very well.
Feel free to give me a careful to see if you got any reaction whatsoever. No, not particularly.
Yeah.
Partly because you're hurt, maybe you're whimpering a little, so maybe you're not super
Yeah.
audible.
Yeah.
Okay. While I type in some stuff to introduce the chef in the initiative order, it will be Munin's turn.
Okay. Muninn would obviously be in pain, and they have to step up the game a bit. I think they would try and like I don't know how to describe it, but can I see where my dagger? Obviously, I know where my dagger is, right? Did I see where it went?
Give me a careful. It will not be a difficult roll.
Okay. Cut to. Oh shit! I made
It's not a difficult roll because also you have a bit of an otherworldly sight, etc. It's
Okay.
over here in the wall behind Rebob.
Okay.
Good luck getting there.
Okay. Shit. So in that case, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do because I was gonna go grab it, but obviously that might be a bit difficult. So I think trying to act fast, act quickly, Muninn would use. Oh. It's just forceful though, isn't it?
I don't know. Who is it?
What I'm thinking of, I feel like it must be. So Muninn obviously is trying to act fast. So, and that's not me trying to get quick. I'm just thinking. So, they would probably try and like bait the guy to like. This is me trying to get an advantage. So Muninn would try and like bait the guy to like lunge at them. Airtroll to try and lunge at Muninn so that they have an opportunity to disarm him like they tried to do earlier. So they're just baiting him by going like, come on, like hit me, like go for me. Which is flashy, but
Yeah,
I imagine.
I see flashy or maybe sneaky as the
Ooh.
advantage.
I see what you mean. I'd love to go for sneaky because I have like ulterior motives, right?
Sure, but the difficulty I think will be this fellow's careful, and he has a careful of 6.
Okay.
Just because he's the one you're trying to bait, not the environment, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. What if I hate backtracking on what I've because it feels like cheating. But what if I was like,
you have not rolled yet, so it's not cheating.
Okay, that's fair enough. What if Muninn tried to bait like Muninn was looking around at the although I don't know if that's what they're doing. You know the soldiers nearby. They're not trying to attack anyone, obviously. So maybe
in terms of narrative, they're definitely trying to restrain you, just in terms of narrative, and maybe prohibit you from doing something like really lethal to their commander.
Okay. What if Muninn tried to bait them to attack Muninn, so that obviously later on Muninn can step out the way really quick and they'd accidentally attack their commander.
Sure, give me
Or
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, don't mind me. That's what Muninn tries to do. Yeah.
Sure, give me flashy or sneaky. The soldiers, careful, then will be the difficulty, okay?
Okay, fabulous. I got a sneaky of 3.
And they got a 1, so you get your 1 advantage.
Okay, awesome.
What shall it be called?
Bait and switch.
Welcome back,
Oh.
Show&Tell.
Welcome back.
What's up, Dilly?
I just realized that I had an old advantage called Quick Blade, but that's fine.
Not much of a blade to go around, but yeah.
No, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
No, maybe if you can justify it, well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay. Gosh. Because it's Rebob's turn, that's why I'm sighing and hesitating.
Okay.
Just go to sleep, Rebob.
Well, on the one hand, Piroshka's on the back foot, no pun intended, but on the other hand, the chef just came in. Miroslav's also on the back foot, Muninn as well. Can I get all of your flashes, and if you reach, let's say, an 8, he will not fight against you?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Rebob.
We saved your life, god damn it.
Okay, you guys are fine. He's undecided this turn. Yeah.
Do we have to do it every turn, or?
Depends how each turn goes.
Yeah.
This turn was
Okay.
particularly bad for your group. That's why I leaned in that direction.
Okay, I see.
So I guess you'll spend it once again trying to just bump up his advantages. And he gets just the 1 because it's a very tense situation that he does not want to be in. He was just shot a few hours ago. Anyway, that's his turn. Big angry chef person. Once again, I'm keeping the tokens of the servants on the screen just to signify where the entrances and exits of the room are.
Yeah.
Big angry chef noticed Anghel and Piroshka, so I guess he'll go for Anghel as he barrels through, pushing the soldiers out of the way, and maybe Miroslav as well. Oh, well, maybe. Yeah, I guess he would try to, but not as the actual attack, just as a narrative thing. Would Miroslav allow himself to be pushed away?
I think so, yeah, because he's still a bit off guard from like his previous turn.
Sure. Yeah. You're slightly pushed away. I slightly moved your token just for convenience's sake. He rushes Anghel. Anghel, you hear this angry voice behind you that says, "I told you to deliver the food, you fucking idiot!" As he tries to cut off your arm with his cleaver. How do you defend yourself?
This dude is very devoted to his work. Okay.
And very angry, as you can see with that roll.
Yeah. Whew. Wow. Okay.
Good news is that forceful that he rolled, his forceful is his highest stat. The others aren't so good.
All right. So Anghel, I guess. Punches his arm away from him. Does that make sense?
Sure. Give me a forceful, I guess. I'm hesitating only because I'm having. I guess it makes sense. I was trying to think how it would fit into the narrative, but I guess it makes sense. Sure.
I mean, he's coming at him with the cleaver, so.
Yeah. A 9 to a 7, that means 2 points of damage coming your way. And you still have the sword stuck in your back. Come to think of it.
Yeah, at some point he's going to pull it out and use it.
Maybe.
2 points of damage. All right, we'll take the 2 consequence.
Sure. Kitchen nightmare, I'll call it, because yeah.
Okay.
Let's go full on with the reference. As he obviously does not chop your arm off, but he still gets a good hit in, definitely causing a big ouchie, and yeah, you now have 2 very deadly people trying to kill you. But for good news, the soldiers will no longer try to mess with you because they're very scared of you.
It was fun with the soldiers.
Yeah. That was the chef Paul much as he yells out, gosh, I haven't watched enough Gordon Ramsay to make a good reference. Guess you'll say, nobody messes with my food at my estate, you got it? It's not his estate, but you know.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
The kitchen is his estate.
Yeah. Timberik cringes slightly, but from the head chef person, but nevertheless, as Miroslav tumbles kind of in his direction, I guess he'll try to proceed with the stab, trying to take advantage of the distraction that the chef has caused, so making this a sneaky attack. Miroslav?
Yes. Miroslav would try to move like around Timberik to like get a bit of distance between him and the chef, because he just yeah, very intimidating. So he would basically just move around Timberik a bit.
I'm leaning careful.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. 1 point of damage coming your way.
Could I use my unthreatening presence to give myself a +2?
Of course you can. How would it make sense in this context?
Since he's not like he's just basically making a little circle around actually he probably is trying to get away a bit from Timberik, so not getting into his space, but rather trying to like move a bit out of it. Like I don't
okay.
want to harm you way.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you can use your advantage. I'll use Timberik's stealthy presence because he tried to attack you while you were off guard to nevertheless deal the damage to you. 1 charge. Since you have multiple advantages of that...
How is he trying to attack me?
So, when the chef sort of knocked you over, he tried to take advantage of your distraction to stab you in your proverbial back.
But he's still on the floor, isn't he?
Is he?
Timberik
Oh yeah.
was on the floor. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he would slightly lurch forward to stab. Not very elegant,
Okay.
but
Could I use one of my controlled footing to kind of evade his
yep.
try to attack me?
You may. I'll still use the other charge of stealthy presence to deal the damage.
God damn it. Um. Okay, I guess I'll take it as my level 2 consequence.
Your choice. You could take it as level 3 stress, or obviously you can continue trying to contest it.
I can't use one twice, right?
You may. You cannot invoke it with fate points more than once, but with 3 advantages, we're more flexible with that.
Okay, then I would use another controlled footing.
Okay. He'll use a charge of unnerving presence because this is a good opportunity to deal damage. He is. It is unnerving to see him, this fellow you don't know, this determined to do you in.
Yeah, it is. I will use up my third controlled footing. So basically, Miroslav is just like tiptoeing around trying to not get stepped.
Oh.
Or that's at least what my brain is showing me.
I'm sorry, Milo, but it's a very good opportunity for him to deal damage, so I'll use a fate point. I'll be obviously not telling you what I'm invoking.
Okay. I will use my 100 episodes then.
Yeah. I'm not gonna spend more fate points on this.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So he tries to lurch forward as you're stumbling back and stab you in the back. You nevertheless avoid it narrowly, per our little contested rolls so far. But you... Sure. Still seems determined to go after you as he slowly tries at least to get up. That was his turn. Above board. Should we go until the end of always first's turn, so the end of the round? Or should we perhaps... No, actually, I think that would take too much time. So I guess we ought to go until the end of always first's turn. That right with everyone?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. The soldiers will run the hell away from Anghel. One, I guess, will run for... Actually, no, they won't run for that exit. That wouldn't make sense. They'll try to just give Anghel a wide berth and focus on helping their commander and fighting Muninn, and thus giving Ertru another assist.
Okay.
And they will sort of close in once again. Okay. Servants are not here, meaning it is Anghel's turn.
So Anghel, okay, he needs to deal with one thing at a time. So he's gonna finish off with Poroshka.
Makes sense.
First. So he just tries to, I don't even know anymore what their position is, but he just tries to...
She's on top of you, clinging to you, trying to gouge your eyes out or whatever she can.
Yeah, so he tries to, just detach her from him, but, just kind of force her legs apart. I guess just push her away from him.
Is this an attack?
Yes.
Then please give me a forceful. And let me check her thing real quick. Yeah. Guess I kind of have to. I'll spend my no, actually, no. Piotr has an advantage. You use that, not the fate point. But you have a chance of taking her down for good. A chance, I'll emphasize.
Yes, I'm going to use a fate point. We said that we can use it to invoke her consequence, right?
Correct.
Okay, so one of them, I don't care which.
Sure. Let's go top to bottom. So let's say bruised.
Okay.
Just for the sake of it. Then she'll use your kitchen nightmares against you.
Okay, then I'll use another fate point with drink your own blood.
You also have disadvantage if you remember.
Yeah, I do remember, but I'm going to keep it for the next session.
Drink your own blood. Guess I kind of have to. Last fate point, also last one for the session, so sure, let's go for it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to use my last fate point with severed artery.
Yeah. How do you dispatch Piroshka? And what does dispatching mean? As in killing, as in what does it mean?
I feel like Anghel would just like get so sick of her just clinging to him that he will just like pull her away from him and just kind of throw her to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he will mean to like hurt her very badly. Maybe sort of, but just to get her away from him. But she might hit her head. I don't know if it kills her.
Well, you have complete liberty to. This is more a question not for Anghel but for Show&Tell. Do you want to kill this person? Do you just want to incapacitate her? Either is permissible, perfectly permissible.
Yeah, I'm just like wondering, like I kind of feel bad just killing her. But on the other hand,
you've killed far better people.
He's a bitch. Yes.
Ever since you got the bonus thing with Prince Charming, this is the first outright evil person you've encountered, I'll say.
Okay, then I guess killing her will be like a service to the world. Fine. Then, I mean, I don't know if Anghel like intentionally kills her, but I guess she hits her head a little too hard.
Yeah. A little too hard. I leave it up to you to say how spectacular this a little too hard is. As in, does it leave a bloody mess, or if it's just a blow so subtle you don't even realize you've killed her?
I don't think Anghel realizes, so I guess it can be too much of a spectacle. But maybe like her head kind of bounces.
Sure. Yeah. Grim but permissible as you dispatch her. I'll just put this little token on her thing.
Well done, Anghel.
He was tenacious.
Yeah. Jesus.
And he has a sword in his back.
Mm-hmm. Anything else on your turn?
No, I don't think so.
Would you like always Thirsty to participate in the combat?
No.
All right.
I guess Anghel's just standing panting, kind of relishing his like victory.
For the
For
the milliseconds you
have.
Millisecond. Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we cap off the session, Anghel and myself are sort of vulnerable. Would anyone like to obligate us to a compel before we cap off the session?
Shit. I don't know.
For me, you have Heir to Rules, Experienced War Veteran, and always Firsty's Curse of the Dragon, as far as you know.
Yeah.
Heir to Rules, what is it? Experienced War Veteran. Can we do something about that? With that?
I don't know.
I guess. you could maybe being a war veteran has its downside because
He
invoking.
could have flashbacks.
Yeah.
PTSD.
Yeah.
So what does that
Which
mean?
does. Yeah. Which does.
Which
What?
means that he gets a flashback and goes to sleep. Runs away. No, I'm kidding.
Or like
maybe there's like the next turn. I don't know if this is such a consequence or not, but because he's an experienced war veteran, he's like trying to get the others to the other soldiers to get involved because he's like, oh, everyone like muscle memory kind of. So he like is forced to do an advantage next turn as opposed to an attack or an advantage, right?
Yeah, sure.
Is that silly?
No,
Okay.
no, perfectly fine. Are you thus compelling Gertrude to do that? And obviously I'll be obligated to accept.
What does everyone think? I think forcing
to
him
do an advantage instead of an attack. That's the.
Yeah, so
thing.
he has no choice. Yeah.
Mhm.
So he,
I get it. Okay, yeah, sure. Why not?
Milo?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take your fate point. Doesn't really matter because we're going to cap off the session anyway. Would anyone like to compel Anghel or try to compel me again? But I can refuse. And I guess
or Muninn now.
Yeah, or Muninn.
Or Muninn now.
or me, yeah.
Yeah. And I guess the question only applies to Miroslav.
Um,
Or Milo in this case.
By the way, how do you pronounce the last name of Miroslav?
Usnjar.
Usnjar. Okay, cool.
It literally just means leather worker.
Okay, makes sense.
That's cool.
That's how a lot of last names were.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's why I chose it.
Yeah.
I don't really know what I would compel.
You don't have to, obviously.
I think I won't compel.
All right. Then, as mentioned, we'll cap off the session here and continue the combat next time. Thoughts on today's session, everyone?
It was fun.
Yeah.
I feel
as
like
always.
Angel's growing really savage. I'm kind of loving it.
Yeah. That was insane, to be fair. Seeing him like the mountain Perushka like that almost.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like the I like seeing because obviously Anghel was kind of throwing his weight around a bit, wasn't he? In general, because he's a very strong man.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that Anghel is really fucking strong.
Yeah, I do too. But it's cool.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, definitely. I love that Gordon Ramsay got involved as well.
Yeah, now we have to deal with him.
Yeah, what happened? Because I had to go BRB. Like, what happened with him? Didn't he attack?
He attacked, and that's why I have a kitchen nightmare.
Oh my god! I didn't notice that.
He has
That makes sense.
He has a +9 to his forceful.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is insane, but I can see it. Does he not have sorry?
His other stats aren't as good. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what my question was going to be.
Damn.
Yeah.
Holy moly!
I
don't.
I just had my tiptoeing fight with Timber.
Yeah, I'm really. It was something that I wanted to remember and I forgot. Something about Timberic. Something. Oh, you said. I think that there was a flash on his face or something about something.
A twitch.
Yeah,
some point.
he twitched when I spoke to him and Domi.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
So that's
interesting.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's really interesting. I wonder why.
We'll see.
I mean, possibly because he speaks Domi. something.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
most likely,
Mhm.
or at
Well,
least
yeah,
it has
but-
some kind of effect on him. But
Yeah.
I didn't roll good enough to
To know
read
what
more
was
into
going
his
on.
expression.
Yeah.
Oh, we never found out what it was that Piroshka was hiding.
I mean, you could still can maybe.
I guess. Yeah.
You can
Use it as a
assume-
weapon, maybe.
You can assume it wasn't a weapon because she didn't use it, but maybe it was, and
Right,
it was
that's
just not the
true.
right type of weapon. You're not sure, obviously.
What was that thing that you kept asking Show&Tell? Or are we still finding that out?
we haven't.
You won't get to find out yet.
Okay, that's fine.
We have to wait for
We'll have to be more
Show and Tell
desperate
to
for
say
that.
yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Presumably.
Find out.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
excited to hear what the secret is.
It's really not that exciting. Like, just imagine the most not
But-
exciting thing.
But it's like the tension around it.
Yeah, I
it's
get
just
it. but
something that
I
we
feel
don't
like you're
know
gonna
that
be
you kept
disappointed.
being asked.
It's exciting in my mind, okay?
Yeah.
All right, sure.
I should mention, because I was considering whether to cap the session off after Show and Angel's turn, and maybe always firstly if he were to get involved. The other alternative that I had in mind was to end it just before Rebob's next turn as a sort of cliffhanger of, oh, what's he gonna do next? But I realized that was gonna take a lot of time because we'd have to go through one major NPC plus 2 players. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we'll see next time.
All right.
Yeah.
I have a lot to look forward to.
My only regret is My only regret is that I didn't try to get Rebob involved, but I didn't even consider that to be a possibility until you hinted to it, sort of like the fact that he could have gone against us. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy. If he went against us, that's it. We're not saving him anymore. You can
I mean-
forget it.
Teeironor did say that Rebob has to decide on which side he wants to fight. So
I know, but still,
Yeah.
dude, you wouldn't be fighting if it wasn't for us.
Yeah.
I mean, in
Right.
more than one way, because one, he would be on
He
brink
would,
of
yeah.
death, but also he wouldn't be in this room.
Fair enough. That's what it comes down to. You want to stay alive, you are going to deal with our shit.
Amazing.
I mean, let's just say it. Whatever is going to happen will not be an easy decision for him to make. Whatever direction, if any, maybe he'll just stay.
I
neutral.
take it personally, though.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay.
You're entirely
That'll be
entitled to.
fine.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Anything else worth pointing out? Well, good job on dealing with Piroshka.
Yeah.
He was a beast.
Hmm?
Sheesh.
I do like the little experiment we did with the soldiers trying to step in to save her just for the end result. Again, a very Obelix moment from the Asterix and Obelix movies.
Yeah, I mean,
If
it was
only
fun.
the
It was fun to
comments.
feel like,
Anything else we ought to bring up as to what happened for this session?
Not that I can think of, but
I just love just the picture in my mind of Muninn fighting with their eyes closed.
yeah,
I just feel like that's so effective and creepy.
yeah, definitely. I agree. I'm looking forward to leaning into it a bit more. That whole idea, like getting a blindfold and that.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like Gojo. nobody saw
Jed.
what's this called? Jujutsu
I saw
Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but only I think the first season.
Okay, but Gojo is definitely,
Yeah,
he's a prominent character.
yeah. I do remember him. Yes.
I have not seen it, but I can imagine it just because it's a common enough trope. Though when I first obviously made the Oracle, the old Oracle, not use their eyes, I did not envision it in a sort of martial arts master kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different turn on it, a different take.
I like it though.
Definitely, it's cool.
Definitely.
Other than that, any other thoughts for our viewers before we go into our shoutouts?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Okay, none from me either. Well then, as usual, dear viewers, thank you for watching and listening to us. Let's see what these people are up to. Apparently, are going to start with Dely first and foremost, according to the dice that I rolled. So, Dely, please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing.
Of course. Hello, everyone. I'm Dely. I am a mushroom VTuber on Twitch.tv. You can find me and my symbiotic child Mochi on Twitch, Discord, and Blue Sky. They're all the links are on screen anyway in my card. And yeah, I'd love to. I'm not streaming that much nowadays, to be honest. I'd love to get back into it though. So if and when I do, I'd love to see you guys in the chat and in the server and everywhere.
And I would love to see more of you streaming and all that. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much, Dely. Then, according to the dice, we would have Show and Tell. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you are doing?
Yes, so I'm Show and Tell, and I do reactions on YouTube and on Patreon for One Piece and for different shoujo shows and stuff.
I was also thinking if that one show will come out by the time this episode comes out. The answer is no. Not yet, I think.
No.
Which show?
The other one I'm working on.
Oh, it's coming out today.
On YouTube, I mean.
On YouTube.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, viewers also mystery show on Show&Tell's Shonen channel.
Mystery show. Sure.
I guess. Thank you very, very much, Show&Tell. Then we would, of course, have Milo. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you are doing?
Yeah. I'm MiloAndVe. I'm a Goblin VTuber on Twitch. And I mostly do art streams. I sometimes do games as well. Every Friday I will be playing Anno 1800 with 2 friends. And on the 15th of December I have a big celebration together with a friend of mine because we both reached 500 followers on Twitch.
Woo!
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Congrats.
Yeah, very, very excited for that.
Nice, nice. Awesome. Looking forward to that. Right. Thank you very, very much, Milo. And I, dear viewers, was your Dungeon Master, Game Master Teeironor. I do this series, it's a lot of fun. So do another series, on a bit of a hiatus right now. I hope to see it come back soon, but I'll let you all know on Twitter and Blue Sky if and when it does. Probably more on Blue Sky than Twitter. I'm trying to move away from that cursed thing, but for now at least, I'll still stick to it for now at least. Anyway, other than that, thank you as usual for watching and listening to us. Should be back next week, but obviously I'll let you all know on the places if we have to delay an episode for whatever reason. And yeah, we'll see you when we'll see you. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Jump scare.